Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. This is Muhammad Kamal Hussain, content creator, Triangular Kamal Academy. Here I am going to discuss one of the most important topics for the students of Standard 9 and 10, which is trigonometry from higher mathematics. Already we have discussed exercise 8.1 up to last all maths. Here this is the first class on exercise 8.2. Let's see the topic. Find the value of the following without using calculator. In the first question, the cos angle given here in the radian system or circular system, pi by 4, pi by 6, pi by 3. And putting their value, then we have to do simplification. But without calculator, this information is given here. So now, first of all, we have to convert this angle pi by 4, pi by 6, pi by 3 into the degree system. Like here, 0 degree, if we convert into the radian, this angle will be 0. And the next 30 degree, if we convert this 30 degree in radian, this angle will be pi by 6. Another angle, 45 degree. If we convert this angle into radian, the angle is pi by 4. Next one is 60 degree, which radian measurement is pi by 3. So now finally another angle 90 degree, which is pi by 2. So if we can memorize the radian angle and the sexagesimal system, easily we can identify the value. So now first math here, number 1, cos pi by 4 divided by cos pi by 6 plus sine pi by 3. So here pi by 4 means 45 degree. So this one is cos 45 degree. Pi by 6, 30 degree. That means cos pi by 6, that we have to put here value of cos 30 degree. Then sin pi by 3, sin 60 degree. So now right here cos 45 degree. Cos 45 degree is 1 by root over 2. Now the denominator here cos 60 degree. Pi by 6 means 30 degree. Sorry, cos 30 degree is root over 3 by 2 plus sin pi by 3. Pi by 3 means here pi by 3 we see, that means 60 degree. So sin 60 degree is also root over 3 by 2. In the last class we have discussed how we can find these trigonometric ratios. So now if we do the simplification here, the numerator is 1 by root over 2. In the denominator part we see here two fractions. So we can take here 2 LCM, then root over 3 plus root over 3. Then here numerator fraction is root over 1 by root over 2, 2 root over 3 divided by 2. So now one fraction is divided by another fraction. So we can write here numerator fraction 1 by root 2. Then this divide, we can convert this one into multiply. Then the denominator fractions will be inverted. That's numerator will be denominator and denominator will be numerator, 2 root over 3. So now we can divide 2 by 2 divided by 2, and then answer is numerator is 1, denominator is root over 2 multiply root over 3. So here we can write 1 by root over 6, and this is answer 1 by root over 6. So now next math, if we do here number 2, tan pi by 4, that means tan 45 degree plus tan pi by 6 tan 30 degree multiply tan pi by 3, which is 60 degree. So now tan 45 degree value is 1. Then tan pi by 6 means 30 degree, which is 1 by root over 3 multiply tan 60 degree is root over 3. So now eliminating denominator root 3, numerator root 3, we will get here 1. So now this is 1, and here 1 times of 1 is 1, and now is 2. And this is the final answer. Question number 2, answer is 2. Now, next question, question number 2. If cos theta is equals to 4 by 5, and theta is greater than pi, pi means 180. If we convert this one, 180, and theta is smaller, 3 times of pi by 2. Pi by 2, if we consider here, this is 90. That means theta is smaller than 390, but greater than 180. So if we think like this is the quadrant system, 390, this is 190, 290, 390. So theta is smaller than 390, but theta is greater than 290. 180 means 290. So theta is greater than 290 means 190, 290. 290 greater, that means in next quadrant, and is smaller than 390, that means in this. So now this condition show us in the third quadrant. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, and the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So this condition show us the angle is in third quadrant, which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. So now in this quadrant here, cos is given here, cos is minus 4 by 5. Then requirement is find the value of tan and sine. So now if we draw the figure in the third quadrant according to the question requirement, suppose this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So right here capital X, then the x prime means negative side of x, this is y, and negative side of y. These two axes intersect origin O, and the condition is given here greater than pi, that means greater than 180, less than 3 times of pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. That pi by 2 means 90 degrees. So now in this condition, this one will be in the third quadrant. So now you can draw a, this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this one is fourth quadrant, always anti-clockwise. So now pi means 180. 180, if we start the counting from here, 90, 80, 180 to 270. That means 3 times of pi by 2 means 270. So in the third quadrant. So if we draw a right angle triangle in the third quadrant, whose base is always on the x-axis and y-axis is y, opposite side or perpendicular is parallel to y-axis. So considering here angle theta and the condition. So now we see here in the third quadrant, like this is P, and we can take here this is M, perpendicular. Now this is the perpendicular symbol. Here given number 2, cos theta is equals to minus 4 by 5. Given that the value of cosine, or shortly cos theta, is equals to minus 4 by 5. First of all, we have to identify is minus 4 or minus 5, or both minus is for 4 or 5. No, here we know cos theta is equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. We know cos theta is equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. So now if we consider here, this is minus 4 divided by, or simply minus is here, minus 4 and then 5. That means adjacent is 4, hypotenuse is 5. We know hypotenuse is always positive. It may be first, second, third, fourth, any quadrant, hypotenuse is always positive. So hypotenuse is positive, then adjacent. In the third quadrant, adjacent means OM. OM is the negative side of x-axis. That means this one must be negative. So here we can write adjacent. This is the minus 4. Adjacent is minus 4. And adjacent by hypotenuse, hypotenuse is plus 5. So in the third quadrant, adjacent is negative and hypotenuse is positive always. So now from here, we can write here theta is smaller than 3 times of pi by 2 and is greater than pi, which is in third quadrant. Third quadrant. So now that means adjacent OM is equals to minus 4, hypotenuse OP is always 4. Hypotenuse is always positive, which is 5. So now by using Pythagorean's theorems, we can find the opposite side of PM. So now in triangle OPM, here PM square plus OM square is equals to OP square. Sum of adjacent side and opposite side is equals to hypotenuse square. So here PM is unknown, right? Here PM is square. The value of OM is given here minus 4 whole square and OP is 5 square. So from here, PM square plus 16 is equals to 25. Any negative number square always positive. Minus 4 multiply minus 4 minus plus 4 just 16. So now if we shift here 16 left to right, PM square is equals to 25 minus 16. So now PM, this is square root. Here, this during the subtract there will be 9. Then square root shifted in the right side. This is square shift in the right side. It one will be square root with the positive negative sign. So now square root of 9 is 3. So that means PM is equals to plus minus 3. So now we have to show the figure here. In the third quadrant, PM is the negative side of y-axis. Is the downward. Downward means negative side of y-axis. So here PM must be negative. So now we have to show here in third quadrant. PM is negative. So PM is equals to minus 3. Now what is the question requirement? Find the value of tan theta and sin theta. So now here we can write first step, tan theta is equals to opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. So here opposite from the figure, we can write here opposite side is negative of PM, which is minus 3. That means this is minus 3 and adjacent is minus 4. So simply this answer is minus minus plus 3 by 4. This is one answer. Another is find the value of sine theta. So now sine theta is, again, sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So here opposite is minus 3 and hypotenuse is always positive. That means answer is minus 3 by 5. So now we can write here tan value is 3 by 4 and sine value is 3 by 5. And this is the two answer. Sorry, minus 3 by 5. And next question, question number 3. Sine A is equal to 2 by root over 5 and the theta limit is greater than, that means angle is greater than pi by 2. Pi by 2 means 90 degree. The angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So greater than 90 degree, less than 180 degree, which is in second quadrant. So that means angle stay in second quadrant. This is the second quadrant. So now in this second quadrant, tan is sine, value of sine A is 2 by root over 5 is given, and our requirement find the value of cos A and tan A. So now draw the figure. So this is x prime, y prime, and this is 0. So theta given in the second quadrant. So draw a right angle triangle in second quadrant. This is second quadrant, and this is the angle. Angle here given A. So now we can write here A. Already angle, the acute angle given here A. So we can write here A. And so now we can mention the angle B is a right angle, then this is angle C. Or simply we can draw the figure here. Separately we can draw the figure. This is the right angle and here angle A, and this is angle B and this is angle C. So now we know sine equals to opposite by hypotenuse. So now start from here. Number 3, given that the angle sine A is equals to 2 by root over 5. So from the figure we can write sine equals to, we know sine A is equals to opposite by hypotenuse. So here opposite is 2 root over 5. That means from the figure, if we mention here angle is at O, this one will be the opposite of angle A. A is already given here. So opposite side, that means side BC is equals to root over 2, and hypotenuse, which is opposite of right angle, which is AC. AC is equals to root over 5. By using the Pythagorean theorems or Pythagoras theorems, here BA square plus BC square is equals to AC square. So now BA square, that means this is adjacent BA, which is unknown, and BC square, that means 2 square, this is root over 5 square. So now BA square plus 4 is equals to, eliminating square and root, this one is 5. So now 4 and BA square is equals to 5 minus 4, or BA square is equals to 1. So now if we find the value of BA, this one will be plus minus square root of 1. This is square shifted in the right side, which is BA is equals to plus minus 1. Now from the figure we see here BA in the second quadrant, which is the negative side of x-axis. In the second quadrant BA, that means this one will be negative. Here in the second quadrant, here in second quadrant BA or AB is negative. So BA is equals to minus 1. Now from the figure, our requirement is find the value of sine A and find the value of cos A and tan A. So now this is BA is minus 1. So here we can write this is minus 1, or we can write here this is minus 1, and here this is root over 5, and this one is 2. So now from this figure, our first step, our requirement is cos A. So now we can write here cos A. Cos A means adjacent by hypotenuse. And adjacent here BA, which is minus 1, divided by hypotenuse AC. So now this answer is minus 1 divided by root over 5, and this is one answer. Another requirement is find the tan A. Tan A is equals to opposite by adjacent. In the second quadrant, opposite is positive, which is from the figure. This is BC, and adjacent here BA, and BC is given here 2, BA is minus 1. After doing 2 divided by 1, 2, and minus plus minus, so this is minus 2. So one answer is minus 2, another answer is minus 1 by root over 5. So now this 2 answer, first part answer is 1 by root over 5, comma minus root 2. Now see the next question here, question number 4. Cos A is equals to 1 by 2. Cos A and sin A have the same sign. That means one information is given here, same sign, both cos A and sin A. Find the value of sin A and tan A. So here two information given, cosine ratio, that means adjacent by hypotenuse, adjacent is 2, hypotenuse, so adjacent is 1, hypotenuse is 2. And this another information, cos A and sin A have the same sign. So now we have to know in which quadrant cos and sin have the same sign. They may be minus and minus, cos may be minus, sin may be minus, or cos may be plus, then sin should be plus, because they should have same sign. So now First step, we have to explain the quadrant. In which quadrant both cos and sine have the same sign. Okay, if we draw the figure here, this is adjacent, always positive. Hypotenuse in any quadrant is always positive. So adjacent by hypotenuse in the first quadrant, cos theta, if we consider this is theta, cos theta is positive. And here sine theta, this is opposite by hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is also positive. So that's why sine theta in the first quadrant, sine theta is also positive. So now first step, if we consider the first quadrant, both cos theta and sine theta is positive. They have the same sign. So now if we draw the figure in the second quadrant, what will happen? In the second quadrant, this one is the adjacent negative side of y-axis. The negative side of x-axis, x prime, this is y, this is x, and this is y prime. So negative side, if this is the theta, hypotenuse is always positive. So adjacent by hypotenuse, here in the second quadrant, cos theta is negative and sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. This is plus plus plus. So sine theta, here in the second quadrant, sine theta is the plus. So here in the second quadrant, cos and sine have no same sign. Cos is negative, sine is positive. So the second quadrant will not allow here. Now let's review the third quadrant. If you draw the figure here in the third quadrant, draw a right angle triangle, and here negative side of x-axis, positive side of x, positive y, and negative y. Here this is angle, negative side, this is minus, down step minus, hypotenuse is always positive. So now in the third quadrant, we see here cos theta is equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. One is minus, another is plus. So that's why cos theta in the third quadrant is minus. Sine theta is also opposite by hypotenuse, and sine theta is also minus. So here in the third quadrant, both cos and sine both are negative values. So they have the same value. Cos and sine both are negative. That means according to the question, they have the same value in third quadrant. So this is acceptable. Now see the next in the fourth quadrant. Here in the fourth quadrant, if we draw a figure here, this is the down step. So this is negative and this is positive side of x. This is y and this is origin 0, and hypotenuse is always positive. So now in the fourth quadrant, cos theta, that means adjacent, this is the angle, and this is adjacent by hypotenuse is always positive. And here sine theta, hypotenuse is negative, sorry, opposite is negative by sine positive, hypotenuse is positive, so minus plus minus. Here we get both cos and sine have the different sign. Cos is positive, sine is negative, so this is not acceptable. So now if we see here 4 figure at a time, we see here in the second and third quadrant, both cos and sine have the same sign. In first quadrant, cos positive, sine positive. In third quadrant, cos is negative, sine is negative. So now this one information, another information, cos is positive. This information minus 1 by 2 means positive. So where cos is positive? Cos is positive in the second quadrant. Sorry, cos is positive in the first quadrant. This is the first quadrant. And also sine, same sign, sine is positive. That means comparing these two conditions, we can take the decision cos and sine have the same sign and cos is positive, it one in the first quadrant. So now the angle condition is in first quadrant. There are two conditions together at a time. Cos is positive and cos and sine have the same sign. That means if the cos is positive, sine must be positive. So now right here, cos theta number 4, cos A or cos theta. If we draw the figure here, this is O or this is P and this is Q. Or if we draw the right angle triangle, like according to like this is a right angle triangle. Angle mentioned here A, this angle. So we can mention angle B is right angle, this is C. So cos C is 1/2. Now we have to write in first and in the first and third quadrant, both cos A and sin A have same sign. Here cos A is equals to 1/2, which is positive. So sin A must be positive. That means sin will stay, the angle is given angle is in first quadrant. So this is the informations we can explain step by step. Now cos A is equals to 1/2. From the figure we can write cos theta is equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. That means adjacent is 1, hypotenuse is 2. So from the figure here, adjacent is the related AB is 1, hypotenuse is 2. So now AB is 1, AC is 2, is equals to AB, this is AC. So now we can write here, comparing this both, here we can write AB is equals to 1 and AC is equals to 2. So now by using Pythagorean's theorems, we can identify unknown side, which is BC. So now BC square plus AB square is equals to AC square. So now BC is equals to root over AC square minus AB square. AC square means 2 square minus 1 square is equals to 2 square minus 1 square is equals to, this is 3, so root over 3. BC is positive, root over 3. Now question requirement is find the value of sin A and tan A. So now sin A is opposite by hypotenuse hypotenuse in the first quadrant always positive. That's why we are not using here plus minus. Now, opposite here, from the figure we can see this is the angle and this is the opposite, which is root over 3. So opposite by, this is angle, sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, root over 3 by 2 is sin theta. Root over opposite means root over 3 divided by 2. This is answer. Again, another one is tan A. Tan A is opposite by adjacent. Adjacent. Here in the first quadrant, opposite side is root over 3, adjacent is 1. That means root over 3. So now tan A is root over 3, sin A is root over 3 by 2. Answer, root over 3 divided by 2, comma, root over 3. So this is now question number 4 is done. So I think according to the question given information, you have to draw the figure. And from the condition, exactly if you cannot identify the position from the quadrant, you cannot find the correct answer. So now next question, question number 5. Yeah, the question number 5. Let's see the question. Tan A, the value is negative, which is 5 by 12. And tan A and cos A have the opposite sign. If the tan is positive, cos must be negative. If tan is negative, cos must be positive. That case, their sign will be opposite to each other. Cos and sin, they have opposite sign. But here tan is negative. When the tan is negative and cosine is positive, so it must be positive. Because already we see here the value of tan is negative. So when the tan is negative and the cosine will be positive, because second condition, they are opposite to each other. So tan value is given, definitely cos value is the opposite of this negative value is sine. So now we have to identify in which quadrant tan is negative and cos is positive. Let's see. If we draw the figure here, this is x, this is x prime, y, and y prime. So if we draw the figure here, tan is negative. So tan negative, in this quadrant, tan is negative. In second quadrant, tan is negative. And fourth quadrant, also tan is negative. So now in the second quadrant, cos is also negative because adjacent by hypotenuse. So both in the second quadrant, both cos and tan have the same sign negative, but according to the question requirement, their sign should be opposite to each other. So now if we draw the figure in the fourth quadrant, this is the angle, and here this is the positive side of x-axis, down a step negative side of y-axis. This hypotenuse is always positive. So in the fourth quadrant, we know cos theta, if we mention here this angle theta, cos theta, which is adjacent by hypotenuse, which is positive, and tan theta is opposite by adjacent, which is negative. That means in the fourth quadrant, cos theta and tan theta, they have the opposite sign, and tan is negative, cos should be positive here. So now if we draw the figure, exactly this angle given here A. So now consider if we draw a right angle triangle, Okay. This is a right angle triangle. And this right angle, an acute angle tan A. So we can mention here this is A. And that we can mention angle B here, and this is C. So now tan is negative. So if we consider exactly axis, tan is negative. That means tan is the opposite. This is opposite. Here, this is opposite. Opposite divided by adjacent. Adjacent. So in the fourth quadrant, opposite is negative and adjacent is positive. So definitely this one will be the positive 12. This is negative 5. So now here we can write adjacent, the adjacent angle we can mention this one is 12, and opposite side is minus 5 in the fourth quadrant. So now by using Pythagorean's theorems, we can find the hypotenuse AC. Here AC square is equals to AB square plus AB square plus BC square. Here AB is 12 square plus minus 5 square, 144, and this is plus minus 5 multiply minus 5, this is plus 25, 169. So now what is the value of AC? AC is hypotenuse, which is always positive. So we can write here only the positive value, which is 13. That means AC is 13. So now what is our requirement here? Find the value of cos A and sin A. So now we can write here sin A. Sin A is opposite. Sin A is opposite by hypotenuse. Here opposite is minus 5, hypotenuse is always positive. This is one answer. Another answer is cos A. Cos A is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent here is 12 divided by 13. That means this is the 2 answer. Sin A, answer sin A is minus 5 by 13. Cos A is equals to 12 by 13. This is the 2 answer. Sin A. Number 5, sin A is minus 5 by 13 and cos A is 12 by 13. So dear students, in this content we have discussed up to question number 5. Inshallah, in the next content we will discuss the remaining math. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me any question. Inshallah, I will try to as far as you demand. So if you want to learn up to last, please revise the previous classes. Inshallah, you can learn each and everything from these topics. Hope to see you all in the next classes. Wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.